Damn it.
Uh-oh. Whatever.
We're on.
Freaking helicopters. Y'all should have seen it. Black helicopter landed right out there in the freaking yard. This guy comes running up with black pajamas. And what, a samurai sword? Are you shitting me? We had to kick his ass. They got scared, run back up in their helicopter, took off, and our internet came back on. It's the way it happened, people. I'm telling you. You should have seen Travis. He was outstanding. Diana Mallory donated $10 through Super Chat and said, "Blue, no matter who, fuck King Kong Dong Donnie." So saith Diana Mallory. And John I Fly donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "The blue wave is on the roll. Blue dots rule, and Trump will be kicked out with a blue tip pointed shoe. Fuck Trump." So saith John I Fly, baby. We got 2 fuck Trumps in there. Well, we got 1 fuck. No, they were both properly spelled. PHC. We have refined family members in this group. We don't just walk around saying that stuff just vulgar. Hell no. We say it properly. I am so sorry. Our OBS system on the computer crashed. It kicked us right off the air. And but we're back, baby. It was the helicopter thing. It was the whole 9 yards. Y'all missed the whole thing.
John has a new helicopter.
That's right. I have. They ran off. I have a new helicopter now. We're thinking about taking a ride later this evening.
I'll figure out how to fly that bastard here in just a second.
I seen it on the computer. Don't worry, we can do this.
Oh yeah.
Are you shitting me? I worked 16 years on helicopters. Believe me, I can get that damn thing off the ground. Ain't no. It depends on how scared you are. You know, your technical abilities increase the more you think you're going to die. So it's that kind of thing.
I thought that makes more room for error, though, because you're starting to panic and you mess up a lot.
Hey, kick the tires, light the fires. Let's go. You know, if something's after you, think about it. What's that show? Jurassic Park. There's the helicopter right there, but there's big Godzilla chasing your butt. If you get in the helicopter and fly off, you live. If not, and you're too slow at it, well, not so much.
Uh-oh, Gary Spring, I think we're getting some feedback from you, my man.
Oh, what's happening?
Yeah, okay, cool deal.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Anyway, we're back with our family. We're back with Aussie Dave, Dennis Valadez, Gary Spring, and S.C. Smith, all Blue Dot family members. And where were we? What was he?
I knew I was making
was the world ending or some shit when the helicopter
or
landed?
something, and I can't even remember.
Helicopters.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, helicopters.
Well,
I think I can fly a helicopter.
Travis was in the middle of talking about something.
I was, but now I can't even.
Yeah,
remember,
you had a
dude.
thought. You said, "Make sure I say this when I come back."
No,
I get the feedback.
No, all I said was you got to remember Diana Mallory and John I Fly when we come back.
And I did.
But
Well, I had a story.
hard.
Oh well, he'll get over it.
I'm sure he will.
Yep. Come around here, cut our cable, buddy. We'll kick your ass. No, I guess we're overtaxing our computer a little bit sometimes. Or
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
the fan comes on and Travis gets worried. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get worried because then the show's over.
What's that, Dave?
What's that, Ozzy?
Saying that anyone see below of the fifth column's latest video where he explains to us how lost 3 wars in one term by this deal he's done apparently to say that he's with the Taliban.
Oh, okay, yeah, with the Taliban.
It's
You're breaking up a
actually
little bit, Dave.
Draw. It's
Yeah.
what he called it a America lost the war and they're leaving.
Yeah, that I haven't seen his video
But he
yet.
said
He's pretty.
that-
He's pretty spot on shit. I did see the story today
He
that.
said
Go ahead.
Oh, still getting a little bit of
I'm
feedback
getting-
from you, Gary.
but
Yeah,
we
there's still some feedback
Still,
going
eh?
on.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
wars and those allies.
Is it okay now?
Uh, are you listening through speakers, Gary?
No, I just have a headset here, so
Huh.
So
I
weird. I
can
wonder
hear
how we're.
everyone.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
my
Diana
headset
Mallory.
from my
Diana Mallory donated $2 through Super Chat and said, "Travis, I won't let you forget me." So saith Diana Mallory. Good. I
deal.
finally got that gong in the right spot where my arm is.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that too. You
I'm
got
getting a
more
better
attack
swing.
going on to it.
Yeah, I get a better swing because I cleared the
Yeah.
path there. I don't have to worry about knocking anything over.
No,
Yeah,
but I
you
get
follow
worried
through.
sometimes when super chats come through and then we have a glitch and it's like, oh crap! I hope whoever took the time to donate and all that other stuff. We want to make sure everybody gets credit where credit is due because it's because of you guys we get to keep the
Yeah.
ship afloat.
It's
so,
because y'all I got to pay the bill.
yeah.
So
Thanks, well,
No
thanks
joke.
for doing what you do. It's good. I enjoy this.
well,
We're glad you're here and
we're
we're
glad
thankful
you're-
that you can be here and enjoying it
Yeah.
with us
Yeah.
because we enjoy having you
I'm-
here.
Yeah, I'm on the outside looking at him, but yeah.
yes, well, you and Dave, it gives us an international perspective of what people think, and it's nice to know that there are people around the world, and we do have quite a few around the world, who are blue dots, who are envision the same future for all of us, and so yeah, that's heartwarming,
Yeah,
and,
we got Trudeau. Trudeau.
Yes, yeah, you got Trudeau.
Yeah, we're pretty big fans of Trudeau,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
he's good. I like him.
Seems like a nice dude.
Yeah, I was
You're
just
proud
fixing
of
to
us,
ask
boy.
where you're
Yeah.
from, Gary. But now I know. I'm taking Canada.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Canada. I noticed about Donnie. Like I was listening to him talk, and he tells you how great he is and how he's gonna do this and do that, but he never tells you how he's gonna do something. It's all, oh, it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be great. Like
Yeah.
We have the best people.
Hey,
We have the
Yeah.
best,
And-
the best resources.
and besides that, we
And
have a very
Mexico's gonna
stable
pay for it.
genius for president.
yeah, and when he builds his wall, it's gonna say the Wall of Trump.
Oh, it's
on it.
yeah. You bet your ass is gonna have his
Yeah.
name on it
Yeah.
somewhere. But I got news.
He got his own little
It
island.
ain't gonna be built. The only
Oh,
thing
yeah,
is going to be built is what they're going to do in the next few months.
Where he's
That's
gonna
it.
build-
This
Yeah.
country can't stand to keep diverting money, needed funds that we need in this country for a stupid wall that they're building tunnels under, and people only have to buy a ladder or they don't even need a ladder. They're having contests down there to see who can climb it fastest.
John,
Yes.
Well, yeah.
John, I want to know where that money is. He's taken all this money for the last couple of years. Where is that money now?
It is being carefully distributed amongst construction companies, I'm sure, that have
Yeah,
contracts for
okay,
building
yeah.
the fucking wall.
Hang on,
Yeah.
please talk. That's hilarious. Please read that.
All
out
right, I
loud.
will indeed. Karen Van White just donated $10 and said, "Fuck Trump. Sorry, I can't spell for shit. Blue no matter who." So saith Karen Van White. Fuck Trump.
Oh my God.
She spelled it with an F.
Yeah, that's not how you spell it.
That's all right, Karen. We got the message, even because of the poor spelling. We got the message there. I think loosely translated, it just said, "Fuck Trump." So, and I say that with every bit of heart for you, darling, because I'm getting a feed. That is what the point that we have to keep our eye on. That we say blue no matter who some people think, oh, it's a cliche now. Yes, it is. It's going to turn into one, but it's a valid one. It's one that we have to keep in our head all the time. Yes, you can be passionate about Bernie. You can be passionate about Biden. You could be sorry that your candidate is no longer in the race. I am. Beto O'Rourke jumped out a long time ago after the take your gun thing. But every one of them is marching in the same direction. Some want to go a little this way, some want to steer a little this way. But we got to keep it going in that general direction. We can't put one hand on the tiller and just go in circles. We get nowhere, baby. So that's the main thing. I am worried about that. A lot of people have been saying, what happens if so-and-so wins? What happens if Biden wins? What happens if Bernie wins? They'll say, oh, well, Bernie ain't got a chance. The country won't elect a socialist. They will if we vote for him. They will. Well, what about Biden? He's got all this baggage. He's got his son. They're going to have a lot of stuff. It don't matter. If we all vote, we win. That's it. That's the bottom line. And that's what we have been.
Well,
Can I fix this problem here? Listen, Gary,
Yep.
Can you go on your name is a little icon.
Actually,
you
Dave,
write-
can you take Gary into the blue room and try to help him with that, and then I'll bring you both back in?
Yeah, done deal.
Awesome. We'll
Okay,
see y'all in just a second.
Okay.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah,
There we go.
We apologize for it. It does get a little distracting in my ear when there's.
Well, yeah, it sounds like you're listening with someone like
I'm
talking
listening to
right.
myself.
Yeah, exactly.
So
But don't worry, they'll get it fixed. They'll get it fixed. Not
Yeah.
not a problem.
I started
So,
wondering, who is that guy talking? You don't know what his ass from a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Shit. Anyway,
Yeah, I gotta admit, I've been out the news loop for last 2 or 3 days, just busy doing things and trying to kind
life.
of, just like kind of step back from it for a little bit. But,
hey, man,
I'm
you
gonna
got
have
to
to get back
sometimes step
into
away
it.
from it. Period. Just to
yeah.
Who gets
Well,
to
you
do
know, I was
that?
surprised. I was surprised that Buttigieg and Klobuchar dropped out. I kind of was like, wow,
Yeah.
didn't see that one coming, you
Mm.
know. But so yeah, and like I said, I haven't voted yet. My primary isn't till the 17th, but we can start early voting on the 7th. So I'm gonna try to do it sometime around then, sooner than later. But I think I pretty much got an idea.
Okay.
yeah.
What's going to happen? I definitely think Biden probably will do a hell of a lot better in the South than Bernie will.
Yeah.
So,
That's what they were talking about before. I saw a little thing on the news, and as a matter of fact, it prompted a discussion between me and Marcia and everything. But it was tracking the vote. I don't think I said this already. I think I said it when we were off the air in the chat. That they were, Biden has a heavy support in the black community, and so that they're predicting a lot of the black vote will go for Biden, and they were showing on the map where that concentration is, and the concentration is in the South, and so that's why we're seeing Virginia and I don't know what they called North Carolina for Biden,
yeah.
And then they were talking about the Hispanic vote, which leans more slightly towards Bernie, and they showed that demographic on the map in scattered and from Texas all the way over to California and up was all a heavy Hispanic vote. So, early in the evening, we might see a heavy influence for Biden. Later on in the evening, we might see a more heavier influence towards Bernie. We don't know. But, there is a large demographic on both sides of that. So, there's a real...
Well, I definitely know here in Florida, we got kind of like Texas. We got a lot of the Hispanic votes,
Right.
So,
Mhm.
It could be between Bernie and Joe.
Well,
depending on
Hispanics
the,
are the
yeah.
fastest growing demographic in the United States is Hispanic. So if
And we
you
got-
want to get elected, you're going to have to go after that Hispanic vote.
Really quick,
So
I
that
just
could-
want
that could
to cut in really quick and just because I noticed we brought in Diana Mallory, but she is muted and deafened. So if you're watching us on the stream, you probably didn't hear that we dragged you in. But if you want to join our conversation, Diana, just feel free to.
You're in here, but you're muted and your headphones are off. But we're waving at you, so just to let you know.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring that in
Yeah.
really quick. Please continue, y'all.
Oh, now I forgot where I was. Screwed it all up.
Did I?
What's the count? Ain't no count yet on nobody?
I'm looking.
Boy, had a shit.
Let me see what I can pull up here.
Just
I've been kind of having computer issues too myself.
says
So.
Biden racks up 3 wins in the South. So I've got Virginia and North Carolina down here. I don't know who that third one would be yet.
I think it might be Alabama.
In the column for Biden and one for Bernie so far in his home state of Vermont. So, we're going to see what happens, as I say, as the night progresses. The demographics change, the politics change somewhat, and we're going to see what happens if what wing of this party, comes out of this on top. But again, this is just the Super Tuesday. We're all pumped up for this day. Everybody's going to find out, who comes out on top of this, and how it progresses from here. But there are a lot of states that haven't voted yet. And so there are enough delegates out there to change anything. So, keep that in mind, baby. But the big tickets on the menu are on it tonight, and that's California and Texas. Those are the two big delegate states, but so we will see what happens.
Really quick, do we have Diana Mallory with us now?
Yes, you do.
Well, hello,
Hello
darling. How are
there.
you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. Well, that's a lie, but who gives a shit?
We
No,
won't be doing
we're-
good until we get that asshole out of the
Yeah, that's when
White
we're
House.
going to be doing good. Is when we get him gone. That's the main. That's the
Dad,
main
stop
drive.
getting distracted, God dang it.
Shiny object.
I need a stick to where I can just slap the table every time I catch you drifting off. You're the host, damn it. I worry about
I
that
was
stuff.
just checking things to make sure everything was up on the. Never mind.
That's my job.
I'm just
That's
checking you over.
my
Who's your
job.
supervisor? or shit like
God
that.
damn it.
God damn it. I'm sorry I was distracted momentarily by something I saw. Anyway.
And now you're getting distracted by that thing. Stop it. I got the results right here. Run the show, damn it.
All right, let me take this off. I'll just put that there. And
Y'all don't understand. I live with this guy.
all the time. Well, not all the time, but enough. We've been working in our garden.
That's
We
no
have been.
excuse.
Oh,
Yep.
I was up all
Jealous.
night playing D&D, and I'm still here.
Yeah.
and I'm
What
functioning.
time? What time did y'all get in?
Probably about 4 a.m.
Yeah,
or so.
it's shit.
Whoa,
Yep.
Damn.
man!
Drove all the
I
way
tell
to
you what.
Corpus and back. So
I got to confess. I actually went out last night to the bar, and I haven't been to the bar in a while. And I went to see a buddy of mine, and I tell you what, it's one of those things where you get talked into the shot here, and the next thing you know, it's like, okay,
Yeah,
I'll
slippery
take another
slope, buddy.
shot.
Nope.
You know, and I came home earlier and I was fine. But I tell you what, this morning I was in a haze. I'm like, God, there's a reason why I don't do that.
So it's funny you say something like that. I'm kind of in your similar boat, except not with alcohol. I don't drink, but I was made this glorious, huge smoked hamburger.
Oh, see,
That was the size.
that's his drug right there. Hamburgers.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It was the biggest burger I've ever had in my entire life. And it was so good. I thought it would be so disrespectful.
You approach it like it was a challenge or
And
something.
I finished
can eat
it.
This.
It was huge. We're talking at least what, maybe an inch and a half thick of meat. So like on top.
I think Mike would had a challenge. He knows you like hamburgers.
Yeah, well.
Did you get a free T-shirt after you ate it?
No, but I wish I did. No, we just played a really great game of D&D, or not technically Dungeons and Dragons, but a variant of it. We're doing an old Western RPG that he created, so we're having a good time with that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, you know, time
Travis?
flies when you're having fun.
Yes, sir.
Travis,
Yes.
we're not redesigned for this thing. He has to get a more modern telephone headset or whatever.
Yeah.
But we're improved by 50%. It's livable if you think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
sounding good for me. So,
Alright, yeah.
yeah, no worries about it at all.
Are you Garrett? Are
Now,
you there,
we're
Gary?
talking about what did
am,
we
yeah.
miss the conversation about drugs or something? You were talking about the best drugs.
Who's got the best drugs? Somebody got drugs?
Well, you were
What kind of
You were
drugs?
saying
good shit.
you were saying that was the best drug, and we came in right after you said what just before we said that's the best
hamburger.
drug.
And you know
Hamburger,
what?
hamburger.
Coffee's my.
Oh, his drug. Yeah, his drug is hamburgers.
Coffee.
I don't know
I
if
love
that's
coffee.
necessarily my
Hamburgers.
drug.
Yeah,
No,
that's
isn't it hamburger? Isn't it hamburger? Hamburger. What is it? How
Hamburger.
do Trump spell it?
Yeah, hamburger.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
with a D.
Hamburger.
Yeah,
Hamburger.
yeah.
I guess for me it's coffee. You know, drug of choice.
Dawn Little's getting a light show. LED lights. All right.
I like my coffee. I guess.
There you
Coffee.
go. I wish I could be
Try
into
to
the
take my coffee. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Or hold my
I'm not a
beer.
morning- I really
I wish
need
I
coffee
wasn't.
in the morning. I don't. I gotta have coffee.
I gotta have coffee.
Hey,
First
listen,
rattle
guys,
out of the
back-
box.
Coffee
Back
is
onto,
life. Coffee is life. They
Fuck coffee. Back onto something that's really fucking good news.
What good
How's
news?
this? Well, on DW, which is a large news organisation, you've heard of DW. What's happened is they went down to the evangelical land and thought, let's see how they really do support Trump and why.
You know.
And did you know that they had problems finding someone that supported Trump?
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Really?
Huh.
Go
Yeah,
figure.
they walked around. It was only 15 minutes. It's on YouTube.
Not
DW. They just released it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But they had issues trying to find someone that said, unless they are over 60, but below 40, no, it was fuck Trump. No way. Fucking, he's an
Yeah.
idiot. Blah blah blah. And so really, I don't believe that all evangelicals feel like maybe the leaders of the evangelicals.
I
who's
hope
got
they
the
start
millions of
turning
dollars.
around. Because,
True.
Evangelicals also struggle to live as well, you know.
well, you know, I put out the public notice the other day that that Vladimir Putin is going to be changing the Russian constitution
Oh yeah.
to include a reference to God. You know, like we have in God We
Yeah.
Trust. Got to have in God We Trust on there, and
Why?
that marriage is a heterosexual deal. There, it won't have none of that gay marriage stuff over in Russia. So, as I was saying the other day, there's the opportunity for evangelicals. You've already been halfway tempted to go Russian anyway. I remember seeing the T-shirts. I'd rather be Russian than Democrat and all that kind of crap. And you know, you hate all the shit that evil Democrats are doing for you, like health care and stuff like that. This is your opportunity, baby. Russia's calling. With that kind of stuff, all you got to do is get the abortion thing on there. It's a trifecta, baby. You got it. So, pack your bags.
Deadly
You know,
Putin,
another
man.
thing.
Deadly.
Another thing that's annoying me is why is Hillary Clinton getting involved now? But she's out there making statements on the news, putting down Bernie Sanders.
I think she has now become
Shut her fucking mouth.
a commentator now. And again, we have to remember she has a right to do that. She has her opinion, and she has a powerful voice. There are a lot of people that supported Hillary still, and she's not in this race, but her opportunity to comment is coming out. But it shows you where she wants to go, and we just have to, the elephant in the room here is everybody's thinking, well, the Democratic Party is trying to put the thumb on the scale and help Biden. That's what this is all about. They're all trying to get Biden elected and screw Bernie.
Yeah.
I hope not. I really do.
Well,
I
that's what
hope
we
not.
feel over here.
But what I've seen here lately is a mass exit there, or minor exit there from the elections, and all that went to Biden, and we've seen endorsements come out that are endorsing Biden. So, do I think that the centrist party of the centrist in this party, the more moderate Democrats, are making a push to get Biden elected? Yes, they are. It is the other side of this coin that is pushing the other way, and that is the people. The
Yes.
difference between this is Biden has a lot of backers, he has a lot of support, and that is winning him votes. Bernie has a grassroots movement, and they are passionate about Bernie, and
He's been the same since 1970. He hasn't flipped. He's been consistent.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
what I
sure
like
you're a
about
Bernie
him,
guy.
yeah.
I mean, Bernie guy there, Dave. I'm pretty sure.
Just
I'm
a
guessing
rabbit.
though.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
He's what you need. He's what America
He's
needs.
what a lot
guys,
of people think this country needs, and
I like him too.
but again, a lot of people are scared that look, he's going to lose to Trump because he calls himself a socialist, and we've been over this before about what the word socialist means. The next time you make a trip to the hospital, just think about that.
It's a People's Party. That's what it means.
Yes, it
Depends whether you're-
it is. It's a
It's
movement
socialist
between.
for the rich now.
It seems the Democratic Party and the voters. That's where the split is here. Now, which one is going to win? We don't know. The power of persuasion, the power of endorsement, is something you can't overlook. You have to look at it. I'm trying to approach everything I talk about here, because I went and voted, and I don't want to tell you who I voted, because who I voted for doesn't matter, and I'm not trying to push one guy over another guy. it's I have to keep my eye on the ball of what happens when one comes out ahead. Somebody's going to be upset. The Bernie people are going to be upset, or the Biden people are going to be scared,
What are
or
they
something
gonna
like
do?
that.
Are they going to stay home?
Whatever it
or are they
is,
gonna vote?
suck it up, cupcake, is my opinion. You know,
Vote. Get out and vote.
after this is over, whatever comes down, and we have to move as a party. We have to win this election, and not only the White House. They keep saying, well, you know, if so-and-so gets it, not going to get the down ballot. Make them wrong. It's up to us who we vote for. You go down there and you go look at the damn list, and you say, who do I want? And you pull that lever. And you're going to have a limited, between a Republican and a Democrat. Pick your party, pick where you want to put your vote. I heard a guy today, I didn't catch his name. It was on the radio when I was in the truck, which is the only time I had CNN today or anything else, but it was on CNN, and so I didn't get a face or a name, but he was somebody he's a commentator, he's a talking head, evidently a popular guy, I don't know, didn't ring a bell with me, but he was talking about, he's a Republican. Thank you for reminding me, John. He was a Republican, and he went and voted today for Biden. He was voting for Biden because he can't vote for Bernie. He can't. He thinks Bernie's too left, so he went and voted for Biden today. And he was asked by whoever the lady was commenting there. So you're a Republican. You voted for a Democrat. Come the election time, are you going to vote? Nope, I'm not going to vote. What do you mean? No, I'm not going to vote because I can't vote for Trump because I don't like him, and he doesn't support my views, and I can't support Biden if he wins or Bernie if he wins, so I can't vote for them. So my conscience tells me I can't vote. We say it all the time, so don't be shocked. Fuck you.
Well,
Because in the conversation, he also alluded to the fact that he didn't vote in the 2016 election for the same reason, because he didn't want to vote for Hillary and he didn't want to vote for Trump. And guess what, asshole?
Yeah.
You made a decision. You made a choice. By doing nothing, you made a freaking choice. And we got Donnie.
I know who you're talking about, John. I just scrolled across that a minute ago, but that guy's on CNN all the time. I can't think of his name. I'm trying to find it now.
He can kiss my ass is what he can do.
He mentioned that before.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he didn't
exactly.
even vote in 2020,
exactly.
and he
Yeah.
caught shit for it.
Well,
Because don't come on on TV
Yeah.
and try to produce some political talking points when you're not willing to be in the game here, buddy. Kiss my ass, get out of here, go back to whatever you did before you came on TV and discuss politics.
Isn't it what they say? If you don't vote, you don't have a right.
That's right.
Yeah.
You
Right,
don't
you know,
vote.
don't
I don't want to hear
Get
your
your ass out of here.
opinion.
You know,
Yeah.
it irritates me because the right to vote is
Yeah, you
so
have the right.
ignored in this country.
Right.
You know, when we have over 100 and I don't know, I want to say 150 million people that did not vote in 2016.
Wow.
In a crucial election like that, over 100 million people in our country did not vote.
Yeah.
And this is what we got.
Well, Canada, we have a different way of voting. It's just, paper ballots would be a better idea. for
Yeah, that
us.
would be a good start,
You know.
and not have an election
yeah.
season from the end of one election to the next election.
Right.
'Cause
and
that's
And
where we're
mandatory
at now.
voting.
Ours is done. Ours is done quickly. Like
Yeah,
it
no, as
doesn't
soon
take
as
too long.
2020 is over and the
Same
hand
here.
swearing and all that is over, you bet your ass there's a campaign starting right then.
I'm gonna level this out a little bit because you escalated it pretty far, and I'm just gonna
sorry.
kind of speak on behalf of just someone who looks at this in the broader perspective, and just I can't even get mad. Like, I'm so done getting mad. But the way I look at it is this: when it comes down to this primary, we should all be able to have open conversation about who we shouldn't have to feel like we can't openly speak about who we voted for today. And it shouldn't be that way.
No.
But the thing is, as well, is when we talk about things like Hillary Clinton or Beto or whoever endorsing a candidate right off the bat before the votes are even tallied, if we can be blue no matter who, these people who have a high influence on people, these people have a following of individuals that look up to them in their opinion. They're throwing their hat onto a candidate that we don't even know for sure is going to get it, and that just shows biasness. Again, the reason why I'm liking Yang, he ain't gonna. He's pretty much blue no matter who. If I'm correct,
Yes, yes.
and he said he's not even gonna think about
and
candidates
so far,
or any,
everybody else that is committed to that too.
Yeah.
Blue no matter who.
Yeah, so that's what that's
So-
kind of our argument at the moment is, you know, it's not that Hillary Clinton can't have an opinion. It's just why not be blue no matter who? Because this is the most important election of many lifetimes, and you're not helping by you're not showing yourself to be blue no matter who. You know, we're blue no
Not-
matter who, no matter what. But the only reason why we're not coming out and just saying flat out who we voted for is because it is a sensitive topic, and it's sad
Well,
that
it
we've
is
gotten
more
to
than
this
that.
point.
Here's the way I look at it. I look at this family, this Blue Dot family that we have formed, the same way as our own family that we have here. In
Yeah.
the 2016 election, this is what happened. I opened my mouth. I made it very clear how I was unhappy with this disgusting traitor being elected, and religion came into the conversation because they're a very religious family and they were praising God and all that. No. I don't go for that shit. And I took a stand on my own internal ethics. What do you stand for? Okay. This family spit, talking in my family, right down that political line. Trump's on one side, and me and Marcia are on the other side. Basically, that's what it is. With a couple of exceptions, I believe. I still love them. I care for them deeply. I get concerned when I hear that there's illness or something going on, just the same as I always did. But nowadays there is that air of, well, Uncle John, he's the crazy one in the family. That's me, baby. And but we don't get along as we used to. In this family of Blue Dot families, we have moderate Blue Dot family members, and we have progressive Blue Dot family members. As long as you're on this side of that line of red and blue, I'm good with you. I draw the line right there at that red line with Trump. That's the line that brought me out, baby. That's what opened my mouth. That made me want to scream to the highest. We got to fix this shit. We have to fix it because we are the only ones that can. Our votes are the only one that can. So on our own family, even with the split that we have, we got to come to the family reunion come November, baby. We have to be there. Nobody can Skype out just because they're mad at Uncle Joe or Aunt Ruthie got all uppity. Bullshit. We got to come together, have a family reunion, and we all vote on that day. On that day, we progress the party. We progress the ideals that we have fought for, the beliefs that all of us are welcome into this country, the beliefs that we should not have cages with kids in them, the fact that everybody in this country should have equal rights, whether you're straight, gay, or anything else in the spectrum they want to put an asterisk on. It doesn't matter. We are all one. If we pitch together, we'll be fine, and we'll progress forward. We'll find that utopia one day. Not in our generation, some future generation. But we have to keep pushing that line. We have to keep that going. And that's
we
what
got
it
more
is.
than the White House to fight for.
That's right.
We got
Yeah.
more than the White House to fight for.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is the
Because
day.
if we don't get the Senate, it doesn't matter if it's Bernie or Biden.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Exactly.
if McConnell and some of these cats are still in the Senate,
Yes.
it's
And-
not going.
And
They
thank
go-
you
they
for
ain't
reminding me
gonna
that.
fucking do
Do we
nothing.
have the 2 for Blue?
Yeah, I
graphic?
wish you would remember. We got to
Um,
do that shit.
Yes,
yo.
we are. Well, let me get here. Johnny Fly donated $2 through Super Chat and said, "Remember, unity is important in the Blue Dot family. So saith John I
Say it.
Fly, baby.
Wow.
It is. We can have candidates. Please, y'all remember this out there. If you like Bernie, that's fine. If you like Biden, that's fine. Just don't attack each other personally, because we have to go to the family reunion, baby. You know, you don't want to be sorry for something you said when you have to meet up with Aunt Carol again. You know, or some
And
shit like that.
And
You
let's
know.
face
Well,
it. I mean, this
this
is
is
really the
fine.
broader perspective of it. Is like, is it even really a personal Bernie or Biden issue when it comes to what's going on right now? It's the
it comes to
DNC and
flipping.
manipulating the system.
Yes.
It's not even
Well.
like you know, I mean, I don't know what's all going on. We don't know what all's going on.
We don't.
Yeah.
But-
And that's what that's the elephant in the room, that everybody thinks that the DNC is
Right.
trying to put their finger on the scale again, this time in favor of Biden.
Well, I mean, we can't
And
avoid that
it's-
conversation because it's been spoken of for
No,
a very long
no,
time.
we
but,
can't afford it. And
But it happens.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
does happen. It's politics. That's what it is. Poly meaning many and ticks meaning blood-sucking parasites.
Yeah.
Look at the amount, Martian, again, we talk about this almost every day in some fashion or way. The amount of money that is being spent on this election, just on the primaries, man. It's obscene. How much money in the billions between all these candidates
Yeah.
that is being
Lots of
spent on
fixed
advertising, on door to door, whatever
Oh,
it is.
don't get me wrong. That's disgusting. Period. No
It
matter
is.
what.
It
it's
is.
fucking gross.
Yeah.
And this is just now. Look at, if you add all of what they're spending right now, what they reported this month, who's spending what, and look back for the last freaking 2 years of all the money that has been spent
Trillion.
on
A trillion.
yes, massive amounts.
Money.
And
money.
it is money that, you know, it goes into the system. Of course, there's somebody working for that money that's going to get paid, you know, that kind of thing. But it just makes you scream that, you know, look at what we
it's
could do
not
with
there.
that.
It's not there when the country needs it for the people,
Yeah.
but it's all of a sudden it's there.
Right.
for an
It's
election.
there, baby. It's
We
there for an
can't
election.
afford-
Yeah.
We
For the
can't
election.
afford that.
Right.
You'll have to do without this.
Yeah.
You'll have to
Yeah.
struggle with this.
Bloomberg's a
But
prime
election
example there.
comes,
He don't have to
$1
raise
billion,
money.
yeah.
He can spend as
Uh,
much money
now
as he
let me-
wants.
You
Mr.
know, I'm going to
Moneybags,
say
you know?
something
Huh.
before I forget to say it. I hope whoever blue gets in the White House, I hope, as I've been haggling for a long time, I'll probably fishing you off, these crooked senators and Trump are investigated right through their assholes because
Yeah.
they have to be charged and face the crimes that they've committed crimes. It's obvious. They've got to be done. And I hope there is a class for them on soap handling skills
Yeah.
because they're
Well,
going to get it.
They
where
already
Trump
have to
gives
go to
That's
ethics
what's going
class.
to make me happy.
Well,
After all
you
this
know.
is said and done, that's one thing that's going to make me happy to see that some people pay.
Yeah,
the shit
there
they've
will-
done.
you know,
Yeah, yeah.
if the arc of justice bends, we can expect to see that. Now there'll be some pushback against the main man, Donnie, because he was
Yeah.
the president and he had certain auxiliary rights and all that bullshit. But let me tell you something, Ivanka, Jarrett, little,
Yeah.
Yes,
what's that other
Donnie
guy's
Jr.
name?
Eric.
Eric.
Donnie Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, they, you know,
Donnie Jr.
better have the damn
3,000
taxes done right,
conflicts.
you know,
Yeah.
because they're all under suspicion as
3,000
it is. The,
You know,
you know,
John,
the
there's
first family.
3,000 conflicts.
Yeah.
Ain't that some
Interest.
shit?
Don't forget their Uncle Rudy.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
Uncle Rudy.
if Donnie went
God,
to
it's-
jail, it would be a different. If Donnie went to jail, it would be a different. It would be a reality show. It'd be called "Don't Drop the Soap, Donnie," and it'd be
Yeah.
a reality.
No
show.
shit, we'd all be tuning in
Yeah.
every day saying, "Go
Yeah,
ahead, drop it,
yeah.
asshole."
Go ahead.
He'd
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Donnie would have soap on a rope.
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
drop it.
Or dope
Oh,
on a rope.
yeah.
He's a dope. Dope.
See,
But he-
you can
See,
just
they've got to pay because otherwise some other bastard can come along and try the same thing again
Well-
in 10 years' time.
you know
Well, what goes around.
let me catch my thought here. For us to restore a faith in the justice system, things have to be done. Because you know, if you think you've seen the last of the pardons from Donny Boy, oh no. Roger Stone,
No,
there's
he's got
more
for
people
party.
coming
He's got a
up.
party.
Yes, he's
There's
gonna have a
stuff-
pardon
there's-
party before he walks out the door. You bet your ass.
Yeah.
There's stuff
have to
nobody
buy
knows about.
friends.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff.
But you know, when they talk about reforming the justice system, that has to, you know, because here in Texas we have private prisons, and I'm sure there's other states out there, y'all got them too, and that shit is sick. It is. They're owned by corporations whose stock is traded on a stock exchange, and their stock is worth depending upon how many prisoners they have that month.
Yeah.
You know, so the more prisoners,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
stock goes up, baby. And that
Exactly.
impacts criminal justice all the way down
Right.
the line. It gives the opportunity for
kickbacks to the
Injustice.
police to
Yeah.
arrest people.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
California's getting rid of. Ain't California getting rid of the private
I
prisons?
believe they are. I believe they are.
Gavin Newsom. I
They
tell you
should
what.
never,
I
should
tell
never
you what,
be
I
privatized.
love that guy.
Yes. And I think Mega Wet Willie has a damn good idea. He donated $5 and said, if someone other than Trump gets in, first thing they should do is ask for an audit of all departments, including the White House.
Yes,
So
Yep.
said
Yeah.
Mega Wet Willie.
that's my point.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There has to
if
be an
they
audit
check the
because,
books-
you know, and one of the first things I want to see, just for shits and giggles,
Mhm.
is I want to know how much it was spent on Secret Service to protect his ass and fly his ass all around the world for the last several years, because that's another little
$2,000
tidbit of
for-
information he
Yeah.
don't want you to know.
$2,000 for a golf cart. $2,000 rental for golf
Yeah.
carts.
Yeah, that's a
You can
golf
buy a
cart.
golf
Yeah.
cart for-
You know, that's a golf cart. They got a
Wow.
whole team of
Yeah.
people got to go around with them, and they all got to, you know, it's that kind of shit. Should he be investigated for the emoluments class? Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
Should
Big time.
Ivanka be investigated for her dealings while representing the United States in trade deals? Oh, yes, baby.
For
And-
her.
Yeah.
Well,
And
And even
Yeah.
Kellyanne Conway, even her ass.
Yeah.
Kellyanne,
yeah,
Kellyanne con job, yeah.
listen
Yeah.
to this. We want them
Con
all.
job.
Get the
Yeah.
pitchforks,
Oh.
light that torch. Let's go. Bill Jones, how are
Let's
you,
see.
buddy?
I'm doing real well, sir. How you doing?
Good. I'm glad you dropped in on us this evening. Hope everything
Yeah, I
is
was
going
listening
well.
in the YouTube for a while, then I went into the blue room and
And
Right.
we
I was
snagged your
listening to them
butt.
talking about the Super Tuesday, and I reminded them that after tonight, there's still 32 more states left. We got a ways to go.
That's
folks.
right.
You mean the shit ain't
Wow.
over yet?
No.
God damn it.
32 more after this. This is just, you know.
See, in Australia,
As long as- As long as
Right.
we remember to
We
vote blue,
don't
we'll
have
be
to-
okay, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
we don't have this shit in Australia.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
over
that
No.
quick,
crap?
right?
No.
It's over quick, yeah. Even in
In
Canada.
Australia, if we're having an election in November,
Right.
they start campaigning about 2 or 3 months before, and in the last couple of weeks is that there's a law that it's going to be backed off, and
Right.
24 hours before the election, there's nothing, no publicity on TV, radio.
Yeah.
It's not allowed, so that people
Yeah.
can think. But the whole process takes 2 to 3 months, and that's it. Yours goes on for a year.
Years. Put an S on there. Years. You know.
It's just
It
like,
Guess
yeah,
what? Donnie started his reelection committee the day he was elected. The day he was sworn in,
Yep.
the Trump
Yeah, I believe
2020
that.
campaign was
yeah.
registered so they could start collecting money. That's it.
And he's been running ever since.
Ever since, baby. That's what I'm saying. If you look at the amount of money we're spending just this last month, shit, look at the last 2 years. We could feed every hungry person. We could put a house over, a roof over every person's. There are so many things,
That's Bernie Sanders' point.
and
That is Bernie
that is
Sanders'
what
point.
that is what the fight is, because people like me, I want to see the homeless
yeah.
sheltered. I want to see people fed if they're hungry. I want jobs programs to give them. There's so much I want to see. That
Ex-soldiers and Marines are sleeping in the street. That's disgraceful.
it is.
that's
We have
horrible.
veterans
That is
here
horrible.
that are on the streets and and in despair that they don't there are things available to them. But hell, if they don't have an address, if they don't have a cell phone, if they don't have that connection, baby, they're just out there. And they're lost to the public, as anybody would. As Dennis and I were speaking earlier in the show, people are one paycheck away from losing their house. All right?
Yep.
I think about that all the time. I lose this house. What the hell do I do? First thought is, what the shit do I do with everything that's here? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have that big a truck and no place to put it and all that kind of shit. So, that thought, if it runs through my mind, it runs through every other person out there that is struggling every month to make sure you hang on. And so it's a common thread that runs through too many in this country. And it's not like they're out there or I out there running, screaming, "Hey, give me my $1,000 a month Yang bucks, freedom bucks, or whatever they called it."
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
more like, really, how many times have you gone up on my interest rates on my freaking house? How many times have I seen an increase on my fucking electric bill, or my insurance bill, or whatever else that you're paying for?
Property
That
tax.
eventually
grab.
puts
Just
you in a
go on money
position
grab.
that you can't pay for everything every month. just
Yeah,
to live and
property
have a
tax,
standard of living is difficult to do for a lot of people. I consider myself lucky with the house that I have. Believe me, you know,
Yeah,
it's.
exactly.
I like it. It's got a river in the backyard. I'm a happy man out here.
Yeah,
But at one
I seen
time,
that.
you know, when I worked for the
And a
Uncle
donkey.
Sam, we lived in Country Club, baby. You know,
I saw that. Yeah,
it's
you were kayaking
But
on your
you know,
river.
this is what Bernie Sanders is saying. This opulence and the style of bleeding the country dry through the back door is what Trump is doing. Now,
Yeah.
they've got to punish these people so some bastard doesn't come along and say in 20 years' time and try the same trick. They're going to
Yeah.
think themselves, fuck, if we get
Yeah.
caught doing that shit,
that's
we're
that's
going
what
to
I
jail.
mean. If we got to reinstore the faith in the justice system, because we know crimes have been committed,
Right.
and they're white collar crimes, which are different. You know, we have a tendency to look at everything a little different when it's just a guy with a briefcase instead of a guy with a gun. And
Yeah, but
remember
if he's
that
got
a
a
guy with a
white collar
briefcase can steal
and he's
so
black, what do
much
you do?
more.
Well, look at what Bernie Madoff did, right?
Oh,
Madoff
yeah,
was
there you
funny.
go.
Bernie Madoff.
Prime example, you know, a man with a briefcase and a brain, he'll
Yeah.
get your money faster than the guy with the gun will. Because the guy with the
Bernie
gun's
Ma-
only
yeah.
going to pick one person, get a little bit of cash, get out. That's it. I hope
And you
nobody
go
gets
to
hurt.
jail for life.
Yeah, Bernie Madoff was the money, right?
Yeah.
Bernie Madoff.
Bernie made off with people's lives because there were
Right.
people that did
Yeah.
end their life because of
Right.
the shit that he did and left them penniless. A lot of people that had put savings up for a lifetime
Yeah.
and were
Invest
wiped out
in his
in a minute.
invest.
Yeah.
But he walked away with millions from it.
That's
of course
you know
he did.
that's what we always get in a discussion whenever I see some stinking corporation who just got a $3 million fine after being caught stealing $1 billion.
Big deal.
Well, you know,
Big
what's the-
deal, eh?
do the math there.
Yeah.
Crime
It is-
pays over there. Yeah, you
Yeah,
earn $1
big
billion,
time.
you have to pay a $3 million
Yeah.
fine. That's okay. Look at me, I'm a bad guy. I'm sorry. Here's your money, and we'll see you later.
They're
That's-
laughing their
Tax
ass
on
off.
it.
That's the
They're
life
laughing
that
their
ass
that,
off.
that that world lives in. We can't
they're
do that,
laughing.
baby. You can't go to the bank and say,
You
"Oh no, I
realize
need an extra
system you
$300. Cough it up because you just got arrested for bank robbery." You know,
The
Yeah.
system you got, John, currently is the tax system is the rich do not pay tax, the poor do.
that's it.
The rich
That's
do
it.
not.
When they
Steve
scream,
when Steve Bezos makes $3 billion profit for the
He makes
year
zero.
and pays no tax, something's wrong.
there's a
Something's
problem there.
wrong.
And not only that, but when you reach that pinnacle, that you have that much money, it is what you do with that money. There is so much
Yeah.
that philanthropy can do for this country in the world in general
Right.
that could be done, that they could invest in. And some do. We got to give credit where it's due. Some do,
I
but
see.
most don't. You know, I don't
Warren
see Betsy DeVos out there, you know, just selling one of
I
her
could- I
yachts.
could-
Yeah.
You know,
I
for,
could imagine having all that kind of money. I mean, if
Yeah.
I was to
No.
win the lottery yesterday, Powerball was $240 million bucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's more than I'm gonna spend in for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I don't need that much
Yeah.
money.
Right.
I
you
would
know what I'm doing if I
definitely
get that
at
much
least-
money? I'm coming to your house, SC.
Hell,
I am. You
I'd
think
be
I'm
all
shitting?
over
Yeah,
I
you
win the
coming
lotto.
down
I'm
under?
buying me a damn RV. I love it on the road. I'm going to get in that bus and I'm going to go, hey, SC,
I'd be
let's
all
do
in.
the
Yeah.
show outside here. That's
Let's
what
do
I'm
it.
doing.
No, down under, mate. You're coming down under.
Hell yes, if I win that much money,
Well,
we'll
I mean,
go down.
we're all going at
Yes,
that point.
we're all
We'll get
going.
SC,
God damn it. Get in the
Dennis.
bus. Let's go.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you
I
gotta-
like to say, you know, John, if you got that helicopter, you
that's
know,
right. We have it
sure
parked
do
right
that.
out here.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
haven't
well,
attempted to
gas-
come back and
I've
get it
got
because
money
I
to
believe
buy
they're
gas
chicken
for it.
shit.
I'm learning. I'm plugging into the Matrix now and trying to learn how to fly a Bell helicopter. Right
Yeah.
now. I got
Wow.
the plug
Got
in
it
the back
down
of my
now.
neck, and
There's
I'm
two
trying to
sticks.
figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
One makes you go up and down. This one makes you go
Oh,
forward
look.
and
To be
backward.
fair, as
Hey,
many
Yeah, you
flights
just got to get coordinated.
as many flight sims as I've played, I think I could fly a helicopter. Not well in real life because there's obviously a
Yeah.
difference in real life, but
Well-
I could find my way around a cockpit.
Well, I
The
I gotta-
finesse comes not in flying. It comes with
Oh, yeah.
taking off and landing. Because
Yeah.
in any situation, you're fine as long as you're in the air.
Yeah.
It is when the ground comes up and smites thee is
Yeah.
when you got problems.
Well,
Like-
remember the
And eventually
the
you run out of
9/11
gas, so-
hijackers. The 9/11 hijackers.
Right.
They come over here to Florida and took their plane lessons, and they told the guy, they're like, well, we don't need to
Yeah, I
know
don't
how
need to
to
learn how to
plane.
land. Just
We just
or,
need to know
or
how to
take
fly.
off. I just need to know
Yeah,
how to
Yeah,
fly.
you should be like, okay, what
like,
the
what
hell?
pilot needs that shit?
What do you
I
mean?
would like to see
you-
anybody try to do that joke nowadays without being freaking.
Yeah, you come in and get
Researched
request
and-
that kind of training. I think you're already on the list, baby. Somebody's already checking
And-
your ass out as well. They should.
And
Oh,
you
yeah.
see,
By the time you come
did-
out the toilet, the FBI's there waiting for you.
Right.
Did you also see? I think it's about a week ago where the stuntman Mad Mike Hodges, I think was his
Oh
name,
yes,
tried to
yes.
go up in
Oh,
the
yeah.
rocket to prove the world was flat.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
he killed
heard
himself.
yeah, that didn't work too well.
Well, he died
No.
doing
He was
what he
another
loved,
one
I
of those-
guess. I mean,
Yeah.
He was another one of those Trump supporters.
Oh, what's he?
But yeah. But just
It was
reading
like
that
the guy-
story.
It was like the guy, and this is a true story. The guy in it might have been 1913 or 1914, who invented the parachute. He was one of the guys that tried to invent it. Now he
Shoot.
needed a situation to try it out. This invention, this parachute shit, but he couldn't get anyone to take him up in the plane and allow him to jump out because back then that was stupid.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-mm.
So he went to the Eiffel Tower, to the top of the Eiffel Tower with his mate. And this is the amount of today there'd be ropes and fucking tackles and nets and everything
Yeah.
would be linked with leads and they went up there, he had this chute on, a three-legged stool he stood on, got over the railing, and his mate said, I'll see you down the bottom. He did. The fucking thing never worked, did it? And he's
Oh, yeah.
flat on the
Well, yeah.
ground.
When I sit
Yeah.
there reading that story about this guy, I remember back in the 90s, they used to have, I think it was HBO. They had this show that come on, the Super Dave Osborne show.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
like
remember
that.
Super
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah.
Yes,
Super Dave.
Daredevil kind of guy. Yes,
And
Yeah.
what's it?
Bit
Anybody
like
remember?
John Brinovo.
such a little bit of a dumbass, but he
Evel
was
Knievel,
he was
remember?
brave.
Evil Junior.
Yeah.
Evil Knievel, yeah, Evil Knievel.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Travis, if you're not familiar with the Super Dave, you got to YouTube
I
Super
like
Dave Osborne.
Super Dave
unfortunately,
Osborne.
normally I'm really hip with things, but I don't think I've ever heard of Super Dave. But
Hip.
I'm
Trying to
starting
use
to
our
wonder if
language,
maybe if I
yeah.
looked him up, maybe I'd
Hip.
recognize him or something. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Gotta get it, with it.
What year was you born, Travis?
91.
91. Okay, well, he was still around about that time, but yeah, that was.
Yeah, but
it
he
was.
he was more into
He was
Mr.
pretty
Rogers
fucked up
or
on it.
Barney the
Born in
dinosaur.
the year that I,
Okay, maybe,
Yeah.
but
Then we moved
Born-
into
born-
okay, look, Barney probably up
Born in
until
the year
3
that
or
I
so.
started
Mr.
studying.
Rogers,
Oh.
hell yes, I'm into Mr. Rogers still
I'm-
to
yeah,
this day, and
I'm
I'm
still
fucking
into Mr.
proud.
Rogers.
Yes,
Don't
yes,
you
Travis
dare
about
shit on
Mr.
my-
Mr.
Rogers. He will
Rogers.
let you know real quick. Yes, he's a big
I'm
fan of
still
Mr.
into
Rogers,
I'm
as
still
we
into
all
Mr.
should be.
Rogers.
I
As
like
we
Oh, that's
all
a
should be.
children's guy.
Yeah, I do.
Children's
What-
show.
what-
We
you
should all
saying,
have the
Bill?
heart of
Bill?
Mr. Rogers. What's that?
I don't know, but I wish
Oh,
Dad
Bill
would bring in
Jones has
Hank.
been trying to. Bill Jones
Hank?
has been trying to say something for the
Is
last
he in here?
minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Hank, are you here?
No,
I'm in
Bill.
here.
Bill
I'm in
Jones.
You should have heard
Oh,
the
yeah,
shit
yeah.
Aussie Dave was saying about you, Hank. I jumped in
No,
and
Hank,
defended you.
no.
Ask the whole family here.
No,
It was
no.
a vicious
Yeah,
fight, I'm
unbelievable.
telling you.
Jay, get off the Benadryl. What are you on? You're on Benadryl, cocaine, Snooterol, Buterol. What are you on there, mate? There's no fucking Hank in this
Baby.
fucking room.
I'm
Who you
having a
talking
great
to?
time tonight, baby.
Fuck.
I'm having a great time. He didn't
Yeah,
say
Travis,
any
you
such
look
about.
like-
Hank, how are you doing, buddy?
I would like to inform every one of you that our invasion plans are going well. The fleet is near Jupiter at the moment, and our first virus attack has, of course, taken place. So you will all be probed very soon.
We're gonna
because
be
we want to
probed.
see
Please,
how our virus
please,
works.
Hank,
Probed.
put me out of my fucking misery, Hank. Please bring it.
Watch your back.
We're gonna be
Watch your
probed.
backs, everybody.
Honey, get that Vaseline out. We're getting probed.
Oh, they might grab Donnie and probe him.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
please.
I'll show, Travis,
Let's
I'll
find out.
show you where where to stick that collective pitch.
Shit.
Anything to get me out of this political nightmare, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
Hey,
I've seen some. I've seen
question
some
for
weird
Travis.
things. All kinds of Democrats are pulling out all of a sudden.
Yes, we had a drastic
Why?
drop.
Yeah.
3 of them
Yeah.
dropped out. Steyer,
What's the reason?
Club. Well,
They had no chance of winning, mate. Simple.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think the
that's
handwriting was on the wall that the war is between Bernie and Biden.
They ran out of money,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, and I don't know how much long Elizabeth Warren is going to be able to hold on. We're going to see tonight how she
said
does.
she's going to stay to the end.
Yes,
said
she said she
last
was.
night she'd stay to the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
And-
hates Bernie now, yet a week ago there was an article that Bernie's my friend. Now she's
Well,
giving
yeah.
him hell.
And then she was saying, "Oh, he's a sex."
Well,
There's this guy. There's this
Remember
guy,
that.
an American I know from Facebook, and he's a Trump fan, and he wrote something like, "Putin is less of a communist than Bernie is," and I had something like, "Yeah, that's an open door, man. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, have you ever read a history
Yeah.
book?
yeah,
For
Probably
real.
not
He
evidently
was-
not. And
No,
Teresa
he was
Teresa Kressler, who just donated $2 through Super Chat, reminds us of the big picture of the big picture. She writes,
Yeah.
sending positive energy to those in Tennessee. So saith Teresa
Good.
Kressler, and she is right. There was a terrible tornado that hit
Tornado.
Nashville, and the last I saw, it was 22
Yeah.
deaths.
Death
And
toll.
it was terrible. A tornado in the
Yeah.
middle of the night. I have family out in Tennessee. Thankful they're not didn't have any trouble. And our friend Leo Sahaki, who
Yeah.
lives in
Yeah,
Nashville,
Leo's good. Yep.
he's good, and his wife and his puppies are all good. So we haven't heard of anybody within the Blue Dot family that got hit, but it really doesn't matter whether or not they were within the family.
Yeah. I actually got
Have you-
5 friends that live. These are guys I played music with before that actually live in Nashville.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
and most of them were out of the area, but my one buddy of mine had come just a couple blocks away from him and his sister's house. And I know y'all. I know you've heard me talk about Rick Wilson, the commentator from CNN.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guy wrote that.
Yeah.
Well, his daughter lives in Germantown, in Nashville, and that's like one of the areas it went right through, and apparently it destroyed her house and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I didn't, because apparently it come through last night like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was already passed out. So
Well,
I got on
Sonia
Facebook this
C
morning.
here is saying that people in Tennessee are still showing up to vote, and that is commitment.
Yeah.
Yes. Amen. to
But
that.
they closed a
they
lot of
extended
they
the
closed a lot
hours,
of
though.
voting stations down yesterday, didn't they? They closed more stations down
Well, that
only,
early voting ended.
just to make it hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, again, look for a Republican district, and that's probably what they're doing. That's been an ongoing issue with the Republicans ever since they've taken over. Is they have two things on their mind. Let's make it 3: judges,
Right.
redistricting, and what was the third one? It was always what was the third one? Rick Perry moment. I'll think about it. in a minute.
corruption.
I had it in my head. Just
corruption.
forgot. I guess.
In
It's
Germany,
one
Hank in Germany, do people feel warm in Germany towards anyone particular?
hang on. No. You're not
Not
getting
Germany,
away
sorry.
with this, Dave.
I'm
Dave,
sorry, mate. I'm
You're
sorry.
not
Not
get-
Germany.
I
In
was
the
gonna say-
Netherlands,
He's
Thank
in the
you.
Netherlands. Yeah, he's not in Germany.
It's not World War II. We are
Yeah.
not in Germany anymore.
You are your own
Well-
country nowadays, baby. Yeah,
it feels
Thank
like
God.
1939.
Oh
It
yeah.
feels like 1939.
at days
Oh,
it
it
does,
does,
baby.
yeah,
And if
it
we
does,
don't
but
do
that's-
something
that's-
about it, it ends up in the
so-
same
so-
place.
State
Right.
your question, Oz.
Well, but the thing is, I want to know if in the Netherlands people are feeling warm towards Bernie or Biden or anyone
the
in
most,
particular.
the most people, the most. I think Bernie is the best candidate people here think.
Here too.
I would
Here
think.
Too, yeah.
I would
Here as
think
well.
in
They
Europe,
they don't
Bernie
know
would
Biden
be.
that well.
Yeah.
They do not
Yeah.
know Biden that well.
Yeah,
Nor
we're-
what he has done politically. They know Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders was one of the few who was there when the black rights movement started. He was
Yeah.
there at the university
was.
where students were
Right.
shot up.
Yeah.
He was there during the '60s, so we know him better.
Yeah.
He was in the civil. He was
Well,
in civil
there
rights.
hasn't been much change about Bernie ever since he's been in this fight. He's been preaching
No,
the same
he's
thing.
stayed-
Bernie's been Bernie all his.
And he would
same
be,
Bernie.
as a rule, I think, more popular in Europe because, in the Netherlands you have universal health care, don't you, Hank?
Yeah.
We do. Yes.
Well, see, that over
we have
over
a
in Europe,
social democracy.
yes, there you go. That's why Bernie would be more appeasing or more pleasing to Europeans because Bernie is preaching
Yeah.
what most of the Western world already has.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
we'd like to have
Yeah.
it too. So
And of course, the other
And
big
it's-
difference is that the United States is not a democracy. It's a
Right.
constitutional republic with two parties. And we
Yeah.
in Europe live in parliamentary democracies
Right.
which have multi-party people who have to find consensus every time some
Yeah.
new thing
you
is
have to
thought
form
of.
a government, baby.
So-
You have to,
Yeah.
you have
yeah.
to
And that's
move the
difference.
people's, and right now, Israel is going through its third
Yeah.
election. So we're
Yeah.
going to see what happens over there.
Netanyahu refuses to.
Yeah,
to,
because they can't form a
concede
government.
The defeat.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
he
he
can't.
will not give up. If he gives up, he goes to jail. He's under conviction.
Nice.
Old bat with two cats. I'm sorry, baby.
Dugats?
Yeah, well, my tongue don't work sometimes. Old bat with two cats donated $15 through Super Chat and said, "Bless the people of Tennessee." So sad, old bat with two cats, and I don't think
You
she's
know-
so much of an old bat.
You know
I think
who
she's
hasn't
pretty
turned
nice,
up
though.
today?
Huh?
Remember, you know, Space Cadet Bone Spurs, our
Oh.
friend? He tried to get on the last show and he
Yes.
couldn't work his mic. Is
Right.
he in the chat room,
I
guys,
don't,
or
I
is
don't,
he?
I don't know. Is he in the chat room?
Has
Who? I'm
anyone
sorry?
of you,
Bone Spurs.
has any of you seen?
No.
Has any of you
No, he's
seen
not
the
up there.
video?
Hey,
The
Hey,
video
John, I have a quick
Boris
question.
Johnson put out today. Has any one of you
No,
seen the
I have
video
not seen
Boris
that.
Johnson-
No, I haven't.
Boris Johnson was talking about the coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus, and he was telling the amassed press that he went to a hospital with corona victims and he shook everybody's hands. And there was a guy next to him from the WHO, and he was just shaking his hand
Shocked.
like in disbelief, like what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bill's been trying to get a question in here for a few
Oh,
minutes.
sorry.
Ages,
Oh, go ahead,
yeah.
Bill. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I just had a quick question. I haven't written you since December time, the holidays. I sent you a Christmas card, but I want to send you and Travis something. Do I send Travis this thing to the same P.O. box, or does he have another one?
Oh no, it's the same
Oh,
one.
yeah, you can always get a hold of me.
Same one?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Of course. And
Of
on
course, I go through it first to see if there's anything wrong, and then I give it to him.
uh,
Oh, look, buddy, it was a letter. That's all that was there.
to be fair, though, I've gotten quite a few letters before, and I got to say, it's really cool. You know, I mean, I do play a behind-the-scenes, role in it. But
I gotta admit, Raleigh
I
did.
absolutely love getting letters and comments from you guys, and I greatly appreciate
That'll
it.
work. Well,
I get tickled
I
to
got
death
something to
for all
send
of
you
you.
that I think you'll be interested in. So
All right, for sure. I'll keep an eye out for it, Bill.
I get
appreciate it.
tickled.
Well,
Cool.
it'd be nice
I'll
if it's
probably
a
mail it. I'll
yes.
probably mail it on Friday, so you should see it middle of next week.
Awesome. Sounds good to me.
Outstanding. Well,
Badass.
I
Thanks, man.
appreciate
Wow.
it, Bill.
Uh,
I gotta
here's-
say, when
here's
I
the re-
go ahead, Hank.
sorry, here's
Have
a
you
really
done two for
funny
blue tonight, by the way?
We're
I'll be right back in a minute here.
Okay.
Here's a
No,
really,
we have
a
not.
really,
Let's.
a really funny
Have we done
remark
two for blue
from
yet
Facebook.
tonight?
no, we
I'll be
haven't,
back.
and let's do that right now. Let's everybody hold their thought.
Yeah, literally just hold
right.
the thought for just a second.
Because we
we
wanna
need to
do
do
this.
this. We've been
Yep.
wanting to do this, and we keep getting sidetracked. It's a really busy night.
Yeah,
Here we go.
and this is for those you who don't know or may have not seen this yet. We call it Two for
Amen.
Blue, and it's our way of trying to get help to reelect this. I mean, to turn the Senate blue, baby. We keep emphasizing that it is not only imperative that we do the White House. We have to take the Senate. We did Amy McGrath for Kentucky up against Mitch McConnell.
And today this week we're doing Jamie Harrison running against Graham, and you can donate $2 to him.
Or more
if you're
yeah,
inclined.
if
We're
you're
just saying,
inclined.
if you got $2, I get you a candy bar. You can also give that to a candidate. I mean, if you don't like Graham, then Jamie Harrison's your guy. You can go visit and donate to him at jamieharrison.com, or you can send him a postcard or letter at P.O. Box 1767, Columbia, South Carolina 29202. And you can see what they're doing over at Twitter at Harrison Jamie.
So that's the person running up against Lindsey Graham out there in South Carolina. Lindsey's one of those people that just pisses me off, and he has to go. He turned the corner a while ago. We don't even know why. He came back from a Russian visit, and next thing you know, Putin's a great guy, and I love Donnie. So if you can donate $2, we call it 2 for Blue, or 2 or more if you want, to Jamie Harrison to try to help those people out in South Carolina. We're going to keep doing this for different Senate races in the country right up until the time it goes to vote. It's an effort by all of us to take this Senate. So, you know, even if it's just a postcard, if you want to send it to him, there's the address. Drop him a line if you ain't got the $2, and I can understand that, baby. Just say.
Yeah, he's a heck of a good guy too, John. He's a good dude. He's a good guy.
Well, there you go. He has an endorsement right there.
By Bill Jones.
So by Bill Jones.
And whose word can you trust better than
I
Bill
met him
Jones?
and shook his hand and had a few minute conversation with him, and he's a down to earth guy. You'd love him. He's really good for us.
I love that shit. I love it when you get it. You know, I was like that when I met Beto O'Rourke. I really got involved in his campaign and was really pushing him down here. We were really disappointed when he didn't win. But yes,
but he came
so thank you, Bill
close.
Jones, for being involved, buddy. But yes, that is our 2 for Blue
$2
campaign.
goes a long way. He's a lot like Bernie in that
It
he just
does,
takes donations from people. He don't take donations from corporate PACs and stuff like that. So your $2 helps.
Hey, John.
If not, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Another guy we can look for in West Virginia, Richard Ojeda.
Oh yes.
He's run in the. So you've heard of him?
Oh yes,
He's in
I
the
know him.
7th district. Yeah, that guy. We need a guy like that too.
He's running in the Senate in West Virginia.
And and he's a bulldog.
So he's running up against. Is he running up against?
I can't think of the guy he's running up against, but this
Manchin, Joe Manchin, or because he's a Democrat. So
let's see. I'm trying to.
But each state has 2, so he may have been up last time. You know, every 2 years you get a Senate race.
He's running against the Republican up there.
Yeah. I'm having internet problems, so I can't really look shit up tonight. So.
Right now, we're barely being able to stream tonight because of the weather. I'm going to tell you right now, I've been apparently CNN has a live map to show you what's going on with the votes.
Right.
And I'm like looking over side by side to the comments, making sure everything's cool over there. And I'm looking at Texas. I should be looking at everything else, but I'm just so interested to see the blue spots pop up on Texas and see where people are standing as far as who's voting for
Baby,
who.
we are in the cusp of going blue here in this state.
Yeah.
I
said that last week. You're going to go blue.
They say Houston is a huge blue area. Houston is what they said on
Houston's blue.
MSNBC
San Antonio, Austin, El Paso.
Yep.
Dallas is questionable.
Good news.
Got a story, John. Got a little story.
What's that, Dave?
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
This is a true story. Bernie Sanders was obviously accepts donations from private people only. What happened was that on the Ring of Fire a while ago, a story came up of a guy that was a private contractor, a painter or a plumber, but he had a company name. But he's no different than Joe Blow that goes and works a job, comes home to the 3 kids.
Yeah.
He sent a check to Bernie Sanders for $150 for his campaign. And Bernie Sanders sent it back with a lovely letter and saying that he's sorry, he appreciates the support, but does not take donations from corporations. So the guy had to make it a cash. In other words, Bernie is true to his word.
Yes.
He doesn't take checks from organizations or money. He sent the check back.
He has built a grassroots campaign of people that are more passionate than I have ever seen anybody over a candidate in a long time.
Where's the money coming from, though? Wow.
It's coming from. I was fixing to say. You think 2 for Blue? It's our Patreon members, the $1 a month people that sign up on our Patreon page. Pays the internet bill, baby. We would not be able to stay on the air if it weren't for those people donating $1. So here's a pitch. If you can afford $1 a month, go to our Patreon page. We appreciate it tremendously. It's one of those things that comes out once a month, and it allows us to make the payments that we got to make to stay on the air and all that kind of shit. So, yeah, when you donate $2 to a candidate, and somebody else does, and somebody else does, yeah, after a while, you're starting to see an impact, a real ability for those people to be able to progress their campaigns and whatnot. And we have to be as a party united, because we have, as I've mentioned before, we have some blue states that are solid blue in areas that are going to remain blue. I'm not saying that that's not important in these voting situations, but the Senate race and everything is pretty well locked up in your area. Think about reaching out to a state that is in, like up in Arizona or Colorado, Maine. Susan Collins is up against the wall out in Arizona. McSally down there, that little. Anyway, Mark Kelly is running up against her down there up in Maine. It's Sarah Gideon. We're going to have these people in our Two for Blue, and it's just a way. When I first thought of this, and Nita Park, who I'm going to remember that name, out in Oregon, I think it was. Remember the name, not always the state. Refresh the thought of doing something, because I wanted to do something more than just, we've been writing letters, we've been making phone calls. We want to do something now that really wants to impact these races. So that's what we came up with. And like I said, if you could donate more than $2 to Jamie out there in South Carolina, the help it would be greatly appreciated, I'm sure. But that's the idea, is that we all work on this whole situation as one. We have to reach out to other states that need help if they need it, and help in the districts that need that help. Because the idea is to not only take the White House, but the Senate too, and retain the House. If we can take all three, we can do some progressive things in this country. We might be able to get something done. We got the ACA done the last time when Obama was in. There's major changes that we can do to affect the direction of this country and put us on an even keel after drunk asshole here, Donnie, got hold of it and started weaving all over the damn place. Got the car in the ditch. We had to call a wrecker and shit several times.
Talking about Bernie, this is a remark by somebody, nameless somebody, on the interweb, Facebook, to be exact. Who knew a Jew traveling the country offering free healthcare and exposing the dangers of extreme wealth would be so unpopular with the followers of Jesus?
Yeah. Hey, you like that?
Oh,
well, they was talking down here. If Jesus came down today, he'd be in a mental institution over there somewhere, babbling in a room. That's what he would be, because that's the way he would be treated.
Bay.
It's the thing is, I get into this sometimes when people say, "Oh, well, just wait till Jesus comes back." No, don't wait till Jesus comes back. Let's do the things now that Jesus taught you to do. And I'm not a religious guy. Everybody knows I'm not a religious guy, but I'm all up with the concept of what the general thought here is that you should reach out to help those less fortunate than yourself. And that is the guiding Christian belief, I believe, and other religions also. It is the same.
Talking about
yes.
Right. John, talking about that religion, how do you think it's going to be with Trump and the evangelicals, if Trump and the Christians, if Trump dumps his mate Pence, who'll probably say, "See you later, little boy, go write a book," like everyone else who write a book.
If he gets rid of Pence, he's in trouble.
How will the evangelicals feel without Pence there?
Go ahead,
I
SC.
think he might. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. I think he is going to get rid of Pence.
You think he is? That would be
Haley's
a big shot to the evangelical followers, because that's all that props him up as far as, I believe, as far as the religious group goes.
Pence has got to deal with Space Force and the coronavirus. And that's a lot for him.
Jared can't take care of everything.
No,
Jared Kushner has to have an assistant.
There is an article on YouTube that says Trump in line to dump Pence in favor of Nick Haley, that's her name, as VP. He's trying to get the female vote. That's what he's trying to do, obviously.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed you didn't use a black female to try and get the blacks and the females.
Huh.
You know, seriously.
I couldn't think of one that would want to. Really,
There's
I
probably
couldn't
not.
think.
She'd look like a traitor if she did.
Yeah.
I
You
want
know,
to
a
say
black-
thank
I could
you.
not think of.
Let me
I could
jump
not
this
think
in
of
here.
one.
Dolores Grant just donated $10 through Super Chat and just said, "Life is a beach ball. So where's my beach? So saith Dolores Grant. Where's my beach? I got the ball. Where's the beach?" Thank you very much, Dolores. And you just talked about a story on Yahoo. I'm looking down here at one from Yahoo. He was late with the bell. That's right.
I just went in there to see what was going on, and I heard the gong, so I
Dolores
rushed as
Grant.
fast as I can.
She just donated $10 to Super Chat right
Oh,
there.
well, thank you.
Said life is
There's
a
your
beach ball.
bells.
Where's my beach?
Yeah.
And anyway, the story I was looking at down here says actor says supporting Trump ended his
Sabato.
Hollywood career. Who is that?
Sabato, Anthony Sabato Jr. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
Marcia
is
said. Marcia said,
Who?
"Do you know who it is?" I said, "No." She said, "I guess it
Who is
worked." I guess it worked because I don't know him.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
don't know what all he was in, but he was like basically he said in an article that he had to sell shit. He pretty much lost everything. No one wanted to work with him. Yeah, and
Because most
there he
people
goes
out in
again.
Hollywood have that.
Yeah,
what's that
art,
thing
yeah.
they call it? Oh, a brain. Yeah, a brain. And they kind of
It's a
take
bit like
offense to
the
people that
reporter
don't
on the
have one.
bus.
Uh,
It's like the reporter on the bus when he said grab the pussy. Remember that reporter
Yeah.
on the bus?
Yeah,
Billy
yeah.
Bush.
Billy Bush.
That
Yeah.
reporter, yeah, he lost his job and Trump became president.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did, he
so
did, yeah.
again,
When are
attack the
these-
messenger. That's what you do.
When are these people going to realize that?
Oh,
that
oh, no.
everyone who gets
Careful.
involved
I
with him-
know it,
Careful.
Mitch.
It's-
Just say, Mitch, thanks for the donation. We appreciate it. That will get us demonetized. Don't say it.
I can't say that, Mitch.
Nope.
He's
you
right there. He's
cannot.
challenging me.
Nope, you cannot.
Mitch Goldstein donated $2 through Super Chat and said,
Something.
"Fuck Trump" is what he said.
Yeah, there you go. I like that one. There we go.
Okay, Mitch. What are you trying to do? Get me in trouble?
Oh, I love that guy.
I
Here's
know.
the thing, though. Even
I do too.
even Streamlabs censored it. That's the first time I've ever seen. I've seen "fuck Trump" everywhere.
Yeah.
But that one got censored.
Yeah.
So
You got something. Boy,
Wow, it must have been pretty
That's
heavy.
Mitch. He's walking the line,
Pretty-
baby. He's always
pretty-
pushing the
pretty-
limit out there. I love the
Pretty
guy.
heavy stuff.
He's a world traveler. I mean, this guy's all over the place. I love it. I really
What's
do.
he do? What's his job?
It's secret. I don't know. I don't know. But whatever he does concerns all over the place. So,
Oh.
no, he's a great guy. I know him for his cooking abilities. Mitch, when he'll be on the road sometimes. He had this thing called Cramp Cuisine, and he would cook and talk shit, talk politics and other stuff. And I really enjoyed it. I wish he would. I wish he would do that more often, because he's always on the road. And he gets a motel room. It's got a kitchen in there. He starts cooking, and then next thing you know, you're watching what he's cooking, and damn, you was wishing you was sitting at the table next to him, because the man cooks. A lot of people when they get out on the road, stop and get a burger, stop and get something, off the shelf.
Well, it
And-
depends on your food allowance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you? If you work for a
I
company,
think he's just more into making something that's worth eating rather than just something that fills you up. Mitch is a great
That
guy.
sounds good, John. What
Yeah.
are you clicking on there, John? You sounds like a good click. Is that good
It's
gear,
a-
John? Is that
It's
all good?
it's when the pipe gets near the bottom, and your regular cigarette lighter won't light it. So we go to the advanced theory here of jet propulsion, baby.
Now, speaking of jet
It's when you
propulsion,
run out and
what's
you're burning the
your
resin,
shoulder?
baby. That's what it is. That's,
What's happening with your shoulder, mate? What's the story?
it hurts. How's that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I woke up this morning. I'm serious. That was like shit. I got out of bed. and it was
When's
like,
your operation?
we're gonna hold off on the operation. This ain't shit. We got other things to deal with here that
I know,
are
with
more
Marshall, but-
pressing right now, and so we've
But
just.
if you're unfit and unwell, not gonna be able to help her.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I can still do everything I used to do. It's like my
Just
son
use your
can.
other, John.
Huh?
Just use your other hand, all right?
Yeah,
Rest
I
up,
tried.
John.
Well, I'm good like a dinosaur. This is fine. It's only when I lift this sucker that it hurts. But you know, it's not that I'm a badass or anything. Travis knows me. I've had steel in my back. I've got lead in my leg down there. There's things that will hurt you for the rest of your freaking life, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
You set the machine off the airport?
You know, you try to maintain with it or get it fixed when you can and all that kind of shit. But the rest of the time, well, you just deal with it. What else are you going to do?
John, do you set the machine off the airport?
Did I see? No, because mine are titanium, baby. And they don't set it off. I guess I don't know, but yeah, I've got steel plates and screws back there.
That's why.
And here's the good part. This is always gets a good laugh. I have a loose screw. I have two major screws, big kind of long ones that go through my spine and into some other bone, I guess, but down there real low. And over the years,
I've got to go, guys. I've got an animal.
Okay.
Animal. Got to go.
All right, Ozzy. Take care of yourself, Bub.
See you next time around.
All right, Dave. Take care of yourself, Bub.
Bye.
Dave takes. They've had lots of tragedies down there in Australia with the fires. Dave takes care of wounded animals and stuff. We're thankful Dave's doing that. And on that note, I noticed a story today that the fires in Australia now, they have every fire now is under containment. So
Good.
It looks like they're finally going to either that or just run out of shit to burn because they've had it so bad. So you know, our thoughts are a lot.
I'm just so glad to hear it's contained.
Yeah, it's contained. All the fires that are still burning are contained fires now. So you can see the end of it right there coming. So thank goodness for that. But there's that awkward silence when you go, "What was you saying before?"
What's up, Dennis?
Well,
I just wanted to say, as looks like we're closing down.
Huh?
Tonight is a small battle between basically two candidates, and I'm sure some people are going to be upset at the outcome. Pretty much half of us.
Oh yeah.
But the war is what we need to focus on.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm looking down here. I just refreshed CNN, and it says there's a tight race in Texas. Maybe that tells you a lot. That this divide in this party does go deep. Y'all know Texas, they've been claiming us red forever. We're fighting very hard to make this state go blue, return to blue. And it shows you even within this divide that it's split between the two sections of this party. But Dennis is right. And we have to keep our eye on that. There's going to be people that are going to be upset, and so-and-so won, and so-and-so got this endorsement or whatever. And that's natural. You can be pissed off, next time or wherever, however you want to deal with it. But we can't. What I'm trying to say is, don't stop pushing for the issues that you believe on. If your candidate doesn't win, keep pushing for the ideals that you believe in. On the next candidate, on the next vote. That's how this works. It's a generational thing. We have to hand this down to our children. We want to hand them something that they can deal with, not lunatics like Donnie over here that's just hell-bent on squeezing every dollar that this planet has to give, hoard it, and buy a whole bunch of oxygen generators so he can live in his little palace and live forever while he watches the world die. Sort of like Nero fiddling while
And in the end, if you look, bottom line is this: if your candidate doesn't get it, and you're not happy about voting for the other one, well, look into the broader perspective. We need a blue Senate and keep a blue House.
That's it.
So
sometimes you got to punt the football.
We're choosing our champion.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
Picking
our champion.
Right.
What it boils down to is don't get worked into such a corner that when it comes time and we have a candidate that you don't feel proud backing him. We need to feel proud of everybody that comes up. If they get it on our side, we need to be proud of that person and go wholeheartedly vote for him because it, as I said before, it advances our ideals in a general direction. We let it go the other way. 8 years of Donnie, we're looking at a different freaking world, baby. Look how much damage he has done in the first 4. You give him another 4 years, you think the EPA will even exist, and who gives a shit what's in your water or anything else? And shut your mouth and go to work and be grateful for whatever you get.
What news are we gonna get if he's reelected
Yes.
because net neutrality is gone.
Right.
That and that there's an issue Travis go get right behind real quick.
Look, the internet is a very disgusting and horrible place. Yes,
But we can't
it's-
live without
But
it.
we can't live without it, and it could
Yeah.
also be the most
Pandora's
amazing
box
place
has been
because look
opened.
what we're doing here, y'all.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so don't touch our shit.
It's,
you know,
it's
this
what
is,
you do with it. It's like anything else.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to, and we look at this election the same way.
And you know,
We're
with the
going to be
fact
left with a
that
choice. What are we going to do?
with the fact that it is a tight race in Texas, that just makes me happy in a way because that tells me a lot of people went out to vote.
Oh yeah, I could peanuts and popcorn time. I can go back in there with Mom a little bit and see who wins.
I
not
bet
too
we
tight
still
in
broke
Minnesota,
records
though.
despite this coronavirus in the city.
Really,
Is
that's
that right?
good. Good deal.
Yeah, because we have to. Man, I did get into that kind of discussion today with somebody about election time coming up. Coronavirus here. What's to prevent him from martial law, or if not martial law, instituting a restricted movement ban on people gathering, which would be a voting place, or going as far as to delaying the election or something. So the discussions are going on out there about what he would do to try to influence this election. So that's how come that we have to come together after the Bernie Biden fight. We have to all go to the family reunion, baby. And I want to be proud. I want showing up with potato salad. Mama makes a hell of a potato salad. We're gonna need a whole lot of it, baby.
Whole lot of potato salad.
Yeah. SC, you got the wings, don't you? You got wings?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll cover the
Okay.
wings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One more thing, John. before
What's
I
that,
forget.
Dennis?
I was reading an article right before I got on here, and basically the emergency management team has been activated in San Antonio.
Oh,
And
boy.
basically the mayor stated that the city can commandeer any private or public building to secure the city as far as the coronavirus goes. So we're pretty much almost under martial law by our mayor, but at least he's a level-headed guy.
Yeah.
We chose right this time.
We hope that those that are in charge will do what is necessary in situations if they feel that there's a threat to the community. We just have to do it the right way, and we have to be prepared. And we can see from what's going on right now, there's a delay in getting the testing kits to even find out if you have it. There's all sorts of problems that, regardless of what Donnie, every time he comes on TV, well, this would be a lot worse if I had that. That's all bullshit. And
bottom line is, y'all wash your hands. Don't touch your
That's
face.
right. Yeah, wash
Don't
your hands.
touch your face.
Yeah.
I know
Don't
it's
touch
hard.
your face.
I know it's hard, but
until
man.
you wash your hands, and then I guess you could just touch your face all you want.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
Yeah,
you
wash your
touch
hands,
anything
good.
like
Yeah.
you touch a doorknob or anything like
No,
that.
it's my
Yeah,
beard.
anything like that.
It's-
Anything that anybody
If this
touches.
is any test, this is full of everything.
Apparently, with that graphic, you and I are screwed when it comes to wearing those masks to
Oh, yeah.
keep ourselves
Oh,
out.
yeah,
they
they got
said
the little
those
thing up there,
masks-
little
yeah,
chart
yeah.
there. Yeah, they cut my ass right out. Look at that, got a beard.
Oh, I
Mm.
also did see that some of the polling places here in San Antonio had rubber gloves to
Really?
vote.
Nice.
Well, there's a lot of screen touching up there. They got them touch
We didn't
screens.
have shit. We didn't have
You got any
shit.
Lysol for the screen over here? I don't like that guy that was right in front of me. It's the common
Just talk
sense
to the
things.
hand.
Yeah, that they're telling you wash your hands frequently.
Yeah.
Reduce contact if you feel any say hello with tapping the foot. I guess I don't know. That's what they're saying on there. How you doing, Bob? Oh, you kicked me in the shin, you asshole. I was just saying hello. Shit. I can see where that goes.
What was that with Bill Maher Friday talking about he's just gonna start bowing? There's a reason
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, the
over-
Japanese had it right the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, don't touch me. Get away from me. How you doing?
Just
Get the fuck.
bow.
Well,
Yeah,
the Japanese, sorry, but the Japanese do not have it right the whole time because they have one of the worst outbreaks of this virus at the moment.
Yes, it's
A lot of people
Yeah.
are.
It is a
I
crowded
think
community.
1,000 are infected already,
Yeah.
and that's throughout the entirety of
yeah,
Japan. so no.
it's
And
Yeah.
I think the Japanese government is now panicking. They have shut down schools, cities.
Olympics?
The
the Olympics they're talking about
Well,
cancel,
not certain yet.
postponing.
whether that will be cancelled, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's going bad there.
Yeah.
Not as bad as it will be going in the U.S. if Pence stays in
I
charge.
fear
of
that
this,
we are just at the
team.
beginning of
But,
our little delve into this thing here. And that's why it is important. I'm concerned about David and Sally, our friends out in Washington, because they are in the heart of it. They are in the county where the deaths have occurred. And so, yeah, he's kind of been, him and Sally been on my mind here lately, ever since I talked to him the other day. And he said things were different.
Well, the big problem at the moment is that we still do not know whether this is an airborne contagion.
Yeah.
So far, the WHO says it's probably not.
Yeah,
but
that's what
seeing
we're hearing.
that there are a lot of infections coming from people who were not in contact with people who went to China or Italy or wherever, it might be an airborne virus.
Yeah,
and
they're
if it's
still
an
dealing
airborne
with the
virus, we're
community
fucked,
spread
basically.
and how that's working. But
Yeah.
I did notice, or my son Tyler told me today when I came home, that they had increased the mortality rate from 2% to 3.5%. Mortality
Yeah, still
rate.
nowhere near SARS and MERS and measles, but yeah, it's dangerous.
So, anyway, Sonia,
Damn.
wait, I can't see the rest of it.
Mitch
Somebody's
just
got a
said-
bad cold. Just whoever that was in that comment that said you had a bad cold, take care of yourself and get better as soon as you can. And I want to thank everybody for showing up here tonight. We had a wonderful show and a good conversation. We're going to know a lot tomorrow. I'll have my rant, and then Thursday we'll be back here for another family meeting to discuss everything. I want to thank Bill Jones for coming down. We appreciate you. Hank, all the way from the Netherlands, we appreciate it every time you show up, buddy. Gives a little international perspective, along with Gary Spring up in Canada, and Dennis Valadez all the way up in San Antonio. We get that northern perspective.
Yeah, northern, all right. North from
Yeah,
us.
San Antonio. It's up north.
Yeah.
That's up in North Texas.
That's like saying S.C. Smith is like, our eastern friends, like, but it's just Florida. I mean,
Yeah, it's Florida. He's the
Well,
Florida guy.
Well, with y'all,
He's
I'm
the
not
Florida
up
man.
there or down there. I'm kind of right there, next to y'all. Just the Gulf of Mexico just splits us.
right.
So next time on the news, when you hear Florida man, well, just think of SC.
No, S.C. Smith is better than the Florida man. I can tell you that much already.
Anyway, Dennis again, Valadez, thank you very much for being our moderator tonight. And Bernadette and Velda in our chat room who have been moderating. We appreciate our moderators very much, and we appreciate this family so much. Our Blue Dot family, which disappeared. What happened?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't see any. I was just wondering.
I don't know.
Shiny object.
God,
I got
I'm
distracted
gonna get
again.
that away from you.
Our
God
Blue
damn
Dot
it.
family and there. See, Maria Betancourt just came in there and saved the day. Thank you, Maria, for you being here and for all of our family. This family grows all the time because we are concerned about each other. Let's keep that up, baby. Let's hang together as a family. Somebody's family member, Uncle Bob is going to win or Uncle Joe's going to win, whatever. And then we're all going to come to the family reunion and have a grand time as we eat potato salad and chicken wings and other delicacies from around the country at our family reunion. Anyway, I love every one of y'all. Thank you for coming in. Y'all say goodnight to the family.
Good
Good night,
night.
everybody.
Good night.
There
Good
you
night,
go.
Blue
I
Dots.
don't.
Good night.
All right.
Night.
Wel Tristan.
There you go.
John's will give us all a helicopter.
Anyway,
Okay.
yes, we will come
Come get-
around. We'll come around and drop in on you.
Come get me too. Come get me. It'll be a little warmer down.
There you go. We'll
Oh,
pick
yeah,
you
for
up, Gary.
sure.
Bring you down for a little suntan. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all take care. Like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. We appreciate everybody that subscribes to our YouTube channel and supports us in the ways they do. Anyway, love y'all. Y'all take care. See you later. Bye now.
All right, John. See y'all.
Bye bye.